to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Owen Hayes. You're watching Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented to you by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor, and we're going to give you a number of reasons to head over there today with our Chevy Silverado Tech Tip, which is going to be extensive. You're going to need to head over there and make sure that you have all of your gear for our upcoming winter steelhead season. Now, lots of people love to whine and moan about, I can't find what I want right in the middle of whatever season it happens to be. Well, winter steelhead season is one of them. You need to get this gear quickly before anything that you might really want to have in another month or so is gone. It's a thing, so make sure you pay attention to what we're going to talk about here in just a little bit. As always, we're going to have a ton of photos to show you that everybody's been sending in. Today, though, is a little bit different. We've got a lot of time set up to take some phone calls, kind of like the old viewer show from several years ago. We'd love to hear from you. It's called the North American Metals Hotline. It's 503-548-6777. Look at that. Got the new graphic. I love it. Anyway, so call us up. Any questions, comments, or reports, or maybe you might want to contribute to our tech tip that we're going to have, our Chevy Silverado Tech Tip of the Week. It's going to be all about winter steelhead. The question in particular was about my preferred setups when I go out to go chase winter steelhead. And it's really going to cover from bank fishing to drift boat fishing to even out of a sled, depending on the system that you're in. So it's definitely something that's going to be usable, and it's going to be a little bit different for some. A lot of us like to carry more than one rod when we go out to the river for bank fishing, drift boating, and geez, in particular, drift boating. We got multiple different rods with multiple different setups. Mine's kind of changed in the last year or so. We'll talk a little bit about that. And my favorite all-around setup, which is really arguable. Looking at my other one here, my other edge rod, 10-6. Listen, it's a hard one, but we'll talk about that. From rod and reel combos, line, the whole shebang, and how I like to set up these two particular rods and why they're a little bit different and how you can fish them differently depending on the situation and the location that you're at, if any of that makes sense. So we'll have that here in just a little bit. Of course, this upcoming segment will have all the typical info that you're going to want this upcoming week, and it's going to be an interesting week. If you're still chasing salmon, you're still crazed, you want to get out there, there's a good reason for that. It's not a bad month to be chasing them. It's all about location and conditions and what those conditions are going to give you. Is it off color? Are there too many leaves to fish? Is it crowded? Whatever. There's a lot of different things that are going on, but the weather update that you're going to see is it's not going to be too bad of fishing weather. Hunting weather, not so much, but at the very least, we'll have that this upcoming segment. I already mentioned the Chevy Silverado Tech Tip of the Week, and we've got several Facebook questions that we've thrown into the show today to answer. So if you've posed any questions here in the last couple of weeks or more, pay attention. We might have those questions answered for you, but we certainly are wanting to take as many calls as we can. But we still have a lot of things to get to. So if we are unable to get to some, forgive us for that. But before we get to our upcoming segment and the photos that we're going to show you, we've got a couple of calls coming in. One in particular is Mike from the North Coast. Looks like he's got a reminder. Ryan, let's get him on. Mike, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can, sir.
Looks like you got a safety reminder. We love these. What's going on?
Well, this past Friday, we had a pontooner get separated from his pontoon. He got tipped out, and emergency rescue had to come and take care of him.
Wow. Yeah, that's very scary.
Life jackets.
Most definitely. If you're going to be drifting anything, drift boat, pontoon boat, you don't have to say the river that you were on, but were there a lot of people that were around when this happened? Was he all alone? What was kind of the scenario?
He was actually drifting by himself.
Okay.
And, so he was pretty much all alone.
Gotcha. Yep. It's definitely, especially, I love to fish alone. For a number of different reasons, and I do it a lot. It's a good reminder, especially, I mean, really, it's nothing, if you're solo, it's very, very important that you make sure that your safety issues are all in line before you get going. Well, how was the fishing?
It was great.
It was great.
I drifted yesterday, and my river had just gotten into good condition for drifting, and 3 colored up coho and a good size buck Chinook.
Nice. How were you fishing, Mike? Were you fishing with bait, hardware? What were you doing?
Eggs.
All right, very good.
Eggs was the ticket.
Yeah, this week could be very interesting for a lot of folks, myself included. It all depends on what the weather actually does. We'll find out from Carly here in a little bit what that's going to do. But with the sun coming out for a couple, 3 days, I might have to take a break just because of the conditions. But Mike, thanks. That was a great reminder for sure. And I hope whoever that was that went out of their tune is okay and doesn't happen. They're called accidents, people. Just a quick story, and nothing bad happened, luckily for us. We were all safetied up, of course, but we lost an oar last year. Good thing the guy up on the sticks, Moose, was really good at what he does, because that could have been interesting. So all these things always come into play. Definitely got to be careful. All right, let's show you some of those photos that everybody's been sending in. And there's a ton, and we want more of them. And if you've been sending them in, be patient. Sometimes it takes up to 3 weeks or more to get to some of the photos. We get dozens and dozens and dozens of these things each week, and we try to get through them as quickly as we can. And the reason for that is because photos just like this, beautiful. First buck, this is Dean that sent this in. Nice mule deer right there, very, very cool. It makes me hungry right now. I was eating deer I've been eating deer just about every day. Thank you very much. That's why we shoot bucks when you're elk hunting, everyone. Cookie Lady, yes. Some of the best chocolate chip cookies in the world. If you know, you know. It's just that simple. If you know, you know. John Kaiser sent this in. Love that guy. We need to get him back in the studio too, Ryan, now that we see that. Nice hat. Father and daughter trip chasing silvers, looks like. Very, very cool. Nice fish. Great photo too. That's a wall mounter. Definitely put that on the wall. Tuna. Wow. Garibaldi bluefin. Oh, I wonder, now I have no clue if this is accurate or not, but there was rumor of a bluefin that was caught during the Oregon Tuna Classic. I don't know if this is the one, but at the very least, if you want to see an entire fleet of fishermen, the tuna fleet off the Oregon coast go crazy because they'll hear about one bluefin caught. Yes. You'll see boats go from all their albacore gear to bluefin gear in a heartbeat for that one opportunity at that bluefin. And by the way, it's now, thanks to several of our friends that gave me some bluefin, probably our favorite fish to eat right now. Gordo's, coho, very cool. Brian sent this in. Oh, Brian Lindquist. Love that guy. We get a chance to talk to them here on the show every so often. Shares some great info for folks. Happy Kid. Chris Young sent this in. Nice Chinook right there. Another beautiful photo. Nice weather out there. And there's still some of these to be had, but you're going to see things start to change here going through the next month or so. We're going to still see, of course, some of these photos, just like John's showing us here with a nice silver. But there's going to start being, not too far away, some winter steelhead in the mix. I know that I'm excited about it. We're going to be talking about that today. You'll notice how excited I get about talking about steelhead after talking about Chinook for so long this year. Lucky Group, yeah, they did. Look at that. That's definitely a nice haul. Now, if they got some crab to go with that, it makes it even better. Tammy Chinook, a nice one too, by the way. Kent Jackson sent this in. Thank you for that. And we're going to show you exactly how to send those photos in. It's easy. There's a number of different ways to do it, but there's one way that's easier than all. Tillamook Bay Hog. Yeah, that's a toad. Dave Hansen sent this in. Nice fish. It's hard to tell, but that's certainly in the 20s. That's a dandy. It's a Fox 12 app. It's free. Download it. Put it on your phone. You can use it for a number of different things, but of course, outdoor GPS. When you do so, it'll show you exactly how to upload those photos and videos, and we love to show you off. And we get tons, like I said, and we appreciate all that. And don't forget, you can also send in videos. Those are a ton of fun as well. I'm being told that we got a couple of phone calls that are up, so we're going to take this upcoming segment. Mark with the live report, Porter with a reminder, it looks like. So we're going to have those when we come back from this break. So you two, please be patient with us. Don't forget, we do have a tech tip coming up. We're going to talk about, well, steelhead. It's just going to be that much fun. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.